We're celebrating 18 years of Category 5 Technology TV. Joining Robbie for the drive is longtime co-host and fan favorite, Sasha Rickman. From the rugged beauty of her new life in Newfoundland to the tech-heavy world she left behind in Ontario, Sasha shares what it's really like living on the east coast of Canada and how she's staying connected in an entirely different digital world. One filled with bees, codfish, crab vending machines, and maybe someday, a goat. Robbie and Sasha will also take a nostalgic road trip through Category 5 history, revisiting the tech reviews that helped define the show. Which gadgets stood the test of time? And which ones faded away despite their innovation or promise? This is Data Drive. Starring Robbie Ferguson and special guest Sasha Rickman.
Sasha Rickman, along for a data drive, all the way from Newfoundland.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how was your drive?
To get from Bonavista to Barrie, it is 3.5 hours from my
so it's not too
door.
far.
Well, from my door to the airport.
Oh, to the airport. 3.5 hours to the airport?
To the airport. And
Oh my gosh.
then the flight is another 3.5 hours.
Oh.
So then I fly into Pearson.
Yeah.
And then from Pearson, it's an hour to Barrie. So it's like a full 8 hours. And that's not including, the security checks and all that.
They're pretty rough in Bonavista.
Yeah, that's right. They're serious about security.
Yeah. Got any shrimp or lobster with you?
They actually sell vending machines at the airport.
A lobster vending machine at the airport.
Nice. They have frozen seafood that you can take with you on your journeys. Because when you're traveling off the island, I'm sure, like many people's family say, hey, bring some crab with you when you come.
Oh.
And then you
bring
to them,
airport crab.
Wait, I can't, because how am I ever going to travel with this crab?
Yeah.
And then you get to the airport, and alas, you can. You can buy it frozen from this vending machine, and you can surprise whoever is picking you up. Okay. We did not. I'm sorry.
I'm like, where's my crab?
Did not.
Have you ever tasted the airport crab?
I haven't.
Okay.
I have only ever had the crab from like the open waters.
Yes.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Like caught that day. I'm not like a princess by any means.
No, I just eat fresh crab as caught from the ocean same day.
Yes.
But I'm not a princess.
My seafood has to have only one bad day, and it has to be the day that I am eating it.
That is a bad day. Oh, dear. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Actually, I would love to try, so I'm here in Barrie, we're on the lake, but no, other than maybe if you're lucky, some pickerel, some perch, some bass, but otherwise it's all going to be imported. It's not fresh from the fresh caught. Right.
It's almost like a currency in itself in Newfoundland. I don't know how many of the listeners or how much you know about the whole cod moratorium that happened and how it devastated Newfoundland. But for years and years, the entire Newfoundland economy was really based on the fishery. And with the improvements in fishing vessels and other countries coming into the international waters and fishing the cod, it got overfished, and they put a strict moratorium on the cod fishery. And it absolutely devastated the entire Newfoundland economy. And that is when they switched to crab.
Oh, okay.
So the cod moratorium has only just been lifted in the last year.
Wow. And is that like the big fisheries that come in and cause this problem for the local fisheries?
That's right. So in Newfoundland, we're still like our households are allowed to fish and get 5 cod per day for Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
That's some good eats.
That's 15 fish a week, really. That's more than enough. It's an entirely different culture than what I'm used to growing up in a city.
And that's what I'm wondering. So, here when you're visiting us in Barrie, we're very like tech heavy, technology TV, and you're coming and visiting the studio and talking tech stuff with us and everything. How much of a kind of culture shock has it been for you to move away from this and be living in somewhere like Newfoundland?
Yeah.
For like the past 5 years, I guess. It's hard to believe.
I know.
But 5 years since it all began.
It's been getting easier.
Yeah.
The first initial move, when we first moved to Newfoundland, Starlink was only like a thought. Like I was on a wish list for Starlink. I think that some of the satellites had already been released. Like it was live in places, but it was really the only option for viable internet, like fast internet. You had dialed into my computer before I well, I guess I don't know what. Remote
screen share, tried to connect,
And you had noticed how bad our internet was. That was the best internet we could get at the time.
1 frame a minute. What was it?
I can't remember now.
It's like
it was atrocious.
Pretty brutal.
It was worse than dial-up. Like it was atrocious.
Yeah.
Which really meant like it was essentially no internet. Our internet was that bad.
Yeah.
So for a year and a half after we moved, all the ideas and dreams that I might be able to somehow from a distance still be a part of the show, like that was all went away because there was no possible way.
We tried so hard, didn't we?
Yeah.
So for the longtime fans of Sasha and fans of Category 5 TV, when the pandemic started, Sasha moved out east, and this was the issue we ran into. You even went so far as setting up a studio in your home.
Yeah.
And we tried so hard to make it work, but the internet made it impossible. We tried doing Google Meet calls.
Mm-hmm.
We tried having you record it on a camera locally and then send us the files. But it was just, like you say, worse than dial-up. Can you imagine?
Yeah. So that was a huge shock for me.
Yeah.
Because I really did move with full, I guess, hope and intention. I never thought at all that technology would bring me to a standstill, that it wasn't globally accessible. I guess I just was naive to the fact that there are pockets in this world that don't have full access.
Yeah.
Even to this day, if I drive 15 minutes away, there's a town outside of Bonavista that's 15 minutes away from me, and there's no cell phone access. They don't have cell phones.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are real pockets in Canada, and we heard about that even during the pandemic, but when people were trying to learn from school, that there are pockets that just don't
would
have.
Been tough for those folks, for sure.
Yeah.
Even when we moved Category 5 into Studio D. So this is back in season 8 of Category 5. So 10 years, no, more than 10 years ago, 10 seasons ago, but probably 12 years ago, moved it. And that's just over on Welham Road in Barrie. And we moved in. And then, of course, what do you do the first day that you move into a new studio space, rented office space, is you call the internet service providers and get a quote for getting your internet in.
Yeah.
Probably should have done that before we moved in because there was no internet in that area.
Yeah.
So for years, we had to use LTE, cellular internet at Studio D, and it was expensive. There was no Starlink.
Right.
Then. There was no other option. It was that or DSL. So like less than a megasecond upstream. So you can't broadcast live on a megasecond.
Yikes.
And then finally, through a connection with a local computer shop, they were providing services for a building up the road that did have high-speed internet. So we put a Ubiquity antenna on their roof, and it's only about maybe 200 meters away, but we actually did like an air fiber to the studio. And so for the last couple of years that we were there, we were able to use that for our internet instead. Flat rate, it was wonderful. So, but even here in Barrie, there are pockets where there is no internet.
Yeah. And it was an eye opener for me. Like, it is really interesting to see now that I do have Starlink.
Yeah.
And it did, like, it was a year and a half. It wasn't like a lifetime.
Right. It would have felt like it at like 50 kilobits a second.
and now it's, again, the internet is such a strong part of my life. I mean, I now work remotely, which I couldn't do my job at all without the internet.
Yeah.
So now I'm back into that place in my mind where I just really can't imagine life without it.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's possible.
So tell us about, so you're working remotely. What is it that you're up to these days?
So now I work for a company. I do customer support. So I'm a customer support specialist for a legal accounting software company. So it's like a software as a service company.
Oh, very cool.
And it is awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it.
You're a wonderful people person, so I'm sure that folks enjoy having conversations with you. Are you providing technical support, or what's kind of your end of...
So I'm more the person, like, if I'm a live support agent. So if a user of the software has a problem, in general, they'll click a little icon, like a little chat bubble icon, open up a live chat. They're going to likely connect with, they'll connect with me or one of my colleagues.
Right.
Right. And so it just depends on the nature of the issue they're having. I mean, sometimes it's a question of, how do I find this, or how do I do that? But it can be, I'm getting a server error, right? Like, I have to know enough to realize where I escalate and when to escalate.
Right.
I do a little bit of tech troubleshooting, not a whole ton.
So you do a lot of tier 1 kind of tech support and triage.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. Nice to hear that the company is utilizing real humans on the other end. I can't stand when I go to a site and I click to get support from a tech support worker, and it's their stupid AI, which is never smart AI. I say stupid AI. It literally is. It's like, it's just checking it's worse than the call centers that use a script. It's like scripted answers for everything that you ask.
Right.
Not very intelligent.
Yeah. And honestly, the AI bots, all they can do is really read from the resources available to them, right? So they're like, if you do, and I've seen it too, it happens to me, you try and type in, I need help, resetting my password. Well, have you checked this article?
Yeah.
Of course I did. That was the first thing I did.
Exactly.
And
that's
once
why
that
I'm
didn't
here.
work, I tried to connect with a real person.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I clicked chat with support.
Yeah.
So you're the one on the other end of the support. That's cool.
Yes. People are actually blown away when they realize we're real people.
Real people.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you purposefully typo a couple times just to make it obvious?
Well, and that's what I say, because when they're blown away after, a 20-minute chat with me, I'm like, did you not notice my excessive use of emojis? Would a bot do that?
That's great.
Or I'll call, if I need to call to explain something quickly, and they're like, oh, can you do that? And then they expect like a robot caller or something, I'm assuming. Then they're just so excited that I'm a person, and they want to know what the weather is like, where I am.
Cool.
That sort of deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
For as long as my company has live agents doing chat support, I will happily work there because I love it.
Nice. I dream of having, with NEMS Linux is my product, you'll remember, having phone support for that company at some distant future when it makes enough money.
Right.
That would be wonderful.
I'll apply for the position.
You got it.
Yes.
It's like this pending job for you that, could be 10 years in the future, could be 30 years in the future.
Yeah. Well, if they're 30 years is cutting close to my retirement.
Yeah, you're kind of like, thank you for calling NEMS.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes.
The time zone is different where I am, too. So I sound really chipper in the morning, but I'm an hour and a half. I'm an hour and a half ahead of the rest of the world, it feels like, and the rest of the world being Eastern Standard Time.
Well, that works out really well for taking calls and giving technical support.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah. So
everybody else is just starting their day and you've already got 2 coffees in you?
Right. Yeah. Our support starts at 8:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's 10 a.m.
Oh.
My day is half over by the time I start work.
Oh, wow.
I have got...
Yeah, so you probably don't get a lot of calls right at the beginning of the day, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good setup.
I can't complain now. The first year and a half, when I did not have internet, you wouldn't never have heard me complain because I had no access to complain to you. But
now it makes sense to me. So I know of tech companies that have call centers in Newfoundland. Mm-hmm. And that makes sense now why they would do that. It gives them an earlier start.
Yeah.
Very good. Dan over here at the honey place, he's got a multiple beehives.
Oh, okay.
That if you ever want really good Ontario honey, that's the best.
I want beehives where I am.
Yeah.
Well, you can't import bees into Newfoundland because there's a certain, I think it's either a fungus or a bacteria or something that affects most bee populations.
Oh, yes.
And it's not found in Newfoundland. So we protect our Newfoundland bees.
Oh, okay. All right.
But eventually I'll get a beehive or 2 because we have a lot of wildflowers. And I would really like to have my own honey. I should probably just talk to Dan and find out what I should know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, having tasted his honey, if you can get Clover, oh my gosh, that is the best honey.
Yes.
I live right in the city, so I have no hope of ever having a beehive.
A beehive.
Or chickens.
Yes. I know.
That'd be another thing that'd be nice to have, would be chickens running around, giving you eggs every day.
The property that was, I live in Dave's childhood home. Right. Oh. So we moved into that space and you can still see echoes of the past from when he grew up, his childhood. Well, you can see less of them now that we've been renovating.
Yeah, yeah.
But when we first moved there was an old goat house and an old chicken coop because that's what they did.
They did that in his childhood. That's cool.
Yeah. So Dave was raised on goat's milk.
Neat.
Yeah.
So he'll find it easy to get back into having barnyard animals running around.
Yeah, when I finally win the war. I want goats so bad.
Do you?
Oh, I do.
They're cute.
I don't want indoor pets, but man, do I ever want some goats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're cute. They're happy. They're fairly low maintenance, really, all things considered.
What Sasha thinks owning a goat is like.
Who's turn next?
What owning a goat is like.
What? What is wrong with you?
They give you goat's milk. I feel like it's all wins.
Yeah. Post some YouTube videos every now and again because they are just goofy.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm losing the war so far.
All right.
But we do have a pet frog in our pond.
We'll hold a vote, so vote below for Sasha to get a goat.
I would like a goat. I will name her Nancy.
The story of Nancy the nanny goat is brought to you by the letter N.
Sasha's along for the ride. From goats on the East Coast to our post pandemic life. After the break, we'll spend back time. Reminiscing about the tech that stood the test on Category 5. Welcome back today to try. Let's talk the tech gadgets that through the years we tried. Boogie boys, gimbals, retro games. Tech we wish that we could still buy. 18 years of tech talks and tech still rocks the world. Some tech didn't survive. Rolling on, let's go back in time. We're reminiscing over 18 years of Category 5.
18 years of Category 5 Technology TV.
Wow.
And it's been a strange few years as we kind of find our footing. I'm enjoying, like, Data Drive is a great way for us just to hang out, chat, kind of like the days of old of the live kind of talk show style. So we're finding our footing there. But
18 years.
18 years of teaching tech, reviewing products. We've reviewed a lot of products in 18 years.
Are there any products that you have reviewed or that we have reviewed that like really like have stood the test of time, that either you still either fondly remember if you don't use them now, or that you still use on the regular, either in its original version or an
and then
iteration?
I'll add to that with companies that I really loved that are now defunct.
Okay.
PasswordBox.
Oh, yeah.
How do you manage and protect all of your digital stuff? And so being able to do that, with passwords and login information, we have Picasa accounts, we have Facebook accounts, we have banking accounts, we have utility accounts. The amount of information we're putting online daily is growing at a substantial rate. And so being able to keep it all organized and easily accessible, but not just for you, but for the people that you care about, or coworkers, friends, family, it's really important to do that. So I guess kind of our really unique features is, one, our legacy. We're the only password manager that gives you the ability to do that. We sync really to all devices. So if you use, tablets, if you're using mobile phones or desktops, you can instantly have access to all of your information, no matter where you are. And it's always protected locally on your device. And so what a lot of companies don't actually say is that, they encrypt your information in the cloud. But that means that from your computer or your phone, it gets sent up there, but there's chances that it could get intercepted. Now, we make sure that it's all done locally on your device before leaving anywhere. And so the only way that you can decrypt it is with your master password. And that's the secret key that only you know.
Another one would be PogoPlug. PogoPlug was a cool device, a Linux appliance that was essentially, it looked like a router, like a something that you would connect to your home network, but it had a USB port, and you would plug in an external hard drive, and the PogoPlug gave you cloud-based storage on that hard drive that you could access and share with anyone from anywhere.
At the most basic, what the PogoPlug is it's a piece of hardware. It's a device that you can plug external hard drives into. Once you plug those external hard drives into, you connect it to your home network. So let's say you plug it directly into your router. Once you've done those two things from a hardware side, you can then access and share the content on any external storage device that you've plugged into PogoPlug from anywhere, as long as you have an internet connection. So to your point, whether it's you using the PogoPlug for remote access when you're outside of the house, or other computers within your house, or if you want to share either large files or share multimedia files in a delightful way with slideshows and things like that, it just makes all of those things very easy to do. To your point, it's a new category. So with that comes some description and some over-the-top just messaging that we need to do.
So basically like your own Nextcloud, your own Dropbox kind of setup, but it was on your physical hardware and there was no setup. It was just plug it in, plug in a hard drive, log in and make your shares.
And they're now
beautiful.
Defunct?
Yeah, they've gone out of business.
Shoots.
Bring Tim was another great device that we reviewed that I absolutely loved. This is a timer that just a simple device, like one of those, like, why didn't I think of that and patent that and bring it out? But unfortunately, they're gone as well. So I guess it didn't ever catch on the way that it should have. But it was a timer that people that work in business would use to keep track of their hours spent in meetings and things like that. So you hit the timer just like a game show buzzer, and it would start counting. But it would also do the math to tell you how much either. Now the intention was to tell you how much you should be billing for that meeting.
Right, like billable hours.
Billable hours. Like, so if you've got 5 people in the meeting and everyone is $100 an hour, you push the button and it will keep track of how much you're billing for that hour, for that meeting itself. But it was kind of a good way to, and the way it was marketed, it was a good way to find out if you're wasting time in pointless meetings, so that you can quantify a meeting and say, okay, this meeting is valued at, because we're paying our staff X number of dollars and there's 5 people in the meeting. This meeting cost us $500. So was it that valuable? And so the management could then say that, well, maybe we need to have less meetings.
Yes, less meetings, less people at the meetings.
This could have done really good when everything transitioned to Teams and Zoom.
Right.
So we just wasted $3, I think.
$3?
I don't know.
We're up to $4.
Oh, wow.
Look at us wasting money here. John, can you get a close-up of this? This is... Where are we at?
I should read the instructions.
You just wasted $1, John. $2 it cost us $2 to have you zoom in on that.
Wow.
Unbelievable. So what happens here? On the left-hand side, you see our average hourly rate, hourly wage. So this gets set. So let's say everybody's average is approximately, whatever, $30 an hour. And how many people are sitting in the meeting? I'm doing this kind of upside down. So let's say there's, a couple of people sitting in this meeting. Let's reset. I'm just going to hold in this button over here. I've got 4 people in a meeting, and each of them average about $30 per hour. So I hit this button over here, lights up. It times our meeting here, and it starts clocking how much money we've basically lost in that amount of time.
My use for that was to use it as a billing clock. So I would just, anytime I was on a support call, I'd hit the button and it would keep track, and then it tells me how much I need to bill the customer at the end of the call. So I loved it for that. But again, defunct product.
It's unfortunate. That sounds handy. And it is also a little bit of what my company does.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, we have timers set for billable hours and working hours. So it does live on in spirit elsewhere. It's just not quite a physical button. It's a little click.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Of course, like thinking of tech that I still use.
Yeah.
Of like everything Kingston.
Yes.
Like the longevity of an SSD from Kingston has been beautiful. Their RAM, like every computer that I have has got Kingston RAM in it. That's kind of like a no-brainer, but that's one of those companies, like they're big and they're going nowhere. They're just improving and making things faster every time they bring out something new. But they have devices like their encrypted external USB drives.
Yeah.
I use that for my accounting, for my cryptocurrency keys, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's like something that I definitely use.
Yeah, they're a powerhouse company. They are absolutely, like, I'm brand loyal to Kingston. That's
yeah,
sure.
I'd say I am too. Absolutely. Yeah. But that stems from actual experience. It's like when I was using spinner drives. So before I switched to SSDs, I was loyal to Seagate. because I'd used Western Digital. I'd had a Western Digital fail, and I know that the platters are a nightmare with those in data recovery. So like Seagates were much more reliable, and so my loyalty then shifted when I moved to SSDs because I had similar experience with Kingston where they're just they're reliable and well priced as well. So that plays into it as well.
Do people still use something other than SSDs? Like, would people still use
spinners?
Like spinners? Okay.
Yeah. Mostly though, because they're so much slower than SSDs, solid state drives, the chip based stuff that has no moving parts. Typically, we use them for long term storage.
Oh. Okay.
So and in servers, but typically like running software applications, live data, we're going to put those on SSDs and NVMEs and things like that. But for storage, what we call like a vault storage or data at rest, it's going to be on a spinner because the price per terabyte is extremely cheap. But they're very, very slow.
Right. So it's really like redundant long-term backup. Like it's not going to be like the speed stuff.
Or like a good example would be like my daughter's computer. She has like a gaming computer that has a 512 gig SSD in it for the operating system programs and everything else. But she does a lot of video editing. And when she creates videos, the files are huge because she's working with 4K video. So she'll store the data at rest, those video files, on a spinner drive because we can put an 8 terabyte hard drive in her computer to store those kinds of things that is very, very cheap per terabyte. So it just adds an additional 8 terabytes of storage to the computer.
Okay.
But you can find that it's too slow to actually do video editing off of. So then you use what's called proxy media. So basically you create in DaVinci Resolve, you've got the capability of creating a very small compressed version of the full 4K video file. So the full file will reside on the spinner, which is too slow to edit off of. But then the compressed proxy media will be on the SSD, so it's faster. So you're editing, you can still edit while it's stored on the spinner. So thinking of tech that we've reviewed, any tech that you still find that you use?
Yes, but you're going to have to help me with the name of it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to describe it to you.
Good, some trivia. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because
can't do charades because I got to keep my eye on the road.
That's right. Let me describe it to you.
Okay.
So it's a tablet.
It's a tablet.
Yeah, and
Boogie board.
Yes.
Yes.
I use that still all the time.
Nice.
Yeah. I obviously don't know the name of it.
How did I get that first? Because immediately I'm thinking, Jeff did a review of the Boogie board.
It's a simple screen. So, hi, world. I'm doing this upside down.
There's no judgment here. Judgment free.
I'm judging.
There you go. That's actually not bad for not being able to see the screen and looking at a monitor in reverse. So that's hi, world. So if I don't like that, I'm like, I made a mistake. I just hit the erase button. And it's gone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Just like the ones that we have.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, bye. So this is the one I want to save.
Oh, for sure.
So you'll see the indicator. So this is the green flashing light that will tell you that it's saving. And then there's my flashing blue, which means it's connected to my phone.
Okay.
So I'm going to open it up. Now, if I hit the save button, and I'm going to show you on the, so I'm hitting save now. See how the green light's flashing?
Yes.
Then the blue starts flashing. You're going to see under new pages on my phone, one page. It just showed up.
No way.
There it is.
That is too cool, Jeff.
Wowzer.
Simple, easy, like instantaneous. And then from there, I have the ability to save it as an image, a PDF, a video. Why I'd want to save it as a video, I don't know. I haven't bothered figuring that one out. One of the other things is I can also do live notes. Like I'm typing
no
on
way.
the keyboard. I could do a live right there on the screen.
Okay, I'm in love.
And with connecting this to my computer as well, if I'm, say, doing a presentation at work and I've got my computer up on the screen, I can have the cable connected from the Boogie board into the laptop, and then I'm going, okay, and so then you want to go here.
Yeah, like
and you want to
now
tackle
it's a
the guy
presentation
here,
device as
throw
well.
it over here, and then make a shot there into the end zone.
Right.
and that's it. And then when I'm done, I hit erase, and it's gone.
Oh, it's perfect. Especially, yeah, for me, I'm old school. I hate to type out my notes. I really like in meetings, I like to just feel pen on paper.
Yeah.
But I don't want to waste paper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm the same way. And a lot of times the notes just are, I don't need to keep a paper copy of them.
No.
It's just kind of like a temporary thing. When I was working tech support, one of my little tricks, if you will, was that I had an e-paper tablet. And as soon as I'd pick up the phone, the first thing you get usually is the person's name, but it's so easy to forget in the course of the call. So immediately I just jotted down their name. And then after the call, I clear the tablet. But I'd always have their name right off the top of my head.
Right.
Or so it seemed.
Exactly.
Tricky.
Oh, I love that thing.
Yeah.
And what was interesting as far as their support was, I remember the first Boogie board I had, somehow it broke. I can't remember if I broke it or it broke. And they sent me a new one without hesitation, without question.
Wonderful.
It was excellent support, support. Do you remember we did an episode where we were reviewing cameras? We reviewed 5 different cameras.
The action cams.
Yeah, and one of them was it was a nimble, or I can't remember what it was called now, but you could use it while snowboarding down it was
like
self-steadying. It wasn't a GoPro, but it was
a gimbal.
Gimbal.
Is the
there
word
we
you
go.
were thinking.
Not nimble.
I was like, how does nimble play into this?
Sounds like.
So you have a gimbal?
I don't have one.
Oh.
This is the thing that both Dave and myself wish that we picked up immediately after the review.
An Osmo.
Yes.
DJI Osmo.
We still talk about it.
Yeah. Those things are awesome.
It's the DJI Osmo. This is a 4K video camera with the 3-axis gimbal, and you can immediately see the smoothness of the video. So if you're shooting what we call run and gun, if you're shooting in the field and you want some really smooth video, it's a very small rig. I had a conversation today about how we used to have to use a Steadicam in order to get that kind of video.
Look at this.
Now it is just super smooth. Now I do notice it's on a bit of an angle, and I'm not sure, that may be my calibration. Certainly that's not the norm for this camera. I think I had turned it in such a way that it is on an angle, but that can be corrected. Of course, the motors can be adjusted so that just with a thumb on the joystick, it will fix that. But in particular, we're looking at the quality, and there's our spin test. You can see the camera that popped in there, the Olympus camera, because the gimbal wanted to turn and keep its eye on you two.
Right.
And did you see how it kind of followed you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be great in the field, like actually in a scenario when you're running past somebody.
Mm-hmm. Look at the difference. Now, this is a lot tighter. We don't have quite as wide of a shot. Look at that tree, look at the building. But the clarity and the color and the gradient there is just absolutely stunning.
To be honest, and we know that I have a love of robots, and so I find
you find the DJI camera pretty impressive?
So adorable.
Oh my.
And it functions so well.
Yeah. So to give you an idea, so watch the DJI camera with the gimbal here. And when I was talking about the level of it, I should have been more conscious of making sure it was level before I started shooting. But of course I don't have a screen on it, right. So I couldn't tell. But watch what the camera does. Yeah. See that? So where these other cameras would suddenly be shooting crooked video.
Exactly.
The DJI Osmo does that. So that's why we're getting that so silky smooth floating video. Mm-hmm. Where the DJI Osmo is not the perfect camera is you can't really mount it on top of your helmet.
Right. It's really what we call a run and gun camera. It's a really neat form factor for shooting video. It's fairly lightweight and allows you to shoot really silky smooth video without a big rig.
Wouldn't it be great to have that?
Yeah.
We often say.
These days, too, though, our phones have such good quality video cameras. It's incredible. Like my S24 has an 8K camera and it looks amazing. So what you can do is you can buy a DJI Osmo phone gimbal.
Oh, you can?
Yes. And then that way, as you upgrade your phone over time, it becomes compatible with with that. So you just switch out the phone and then it's just something that you just pull out of your bag and put your phone on it, and then it gives you the gimbal.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That'll go on the gift list for Dave.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Dave, if you're watching this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. So those are two of the really big ones.
So the one you love that you still use, and the one that you love but got away.
The one that got away.
Yeah. I got you.
Do you remember the episode I did of Try It, Buy It?
I do.
The Pioneer pilot episode?
Yeah, because we tried so many times to do the network thing where we had multiple different shows.
Yeah.
And that was one that just couldn't get off the ground. But I had a lot of fun putting that together.
Exactly. That was like a highlight. That was really fun.
Let's get to the games. The Ultimate Portable from AtGames boasts that it has 80 games built in, with popular Sega Genesis games featuring Virtua Fighter 2, Streets of Rage 1 through 3, as well as the classic Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 games. But as it turns out, only 40 of the included titles are the classic Sega Genesis games you remember. Only 40. That's still a lot of games. But the other 40 games are homebrew, no-name games that nobody's ever heard of. Most of which are so basic they aren't even really worth mentioning.
Still have that retro gaming console that was like a Sega Genesis in your pocket. And since then, we've done like RetroPi and all that kind of stuff. So it all kind of runs together. But the form factor of that little handheld was so perfect. And it had video output. You can connect it to your TV.
We have a RetroPi, actually.
Do you?
Yep.
Nice.
We have it on a shelf and we want to use it. It's one of those. Comes out at parties.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. And it's always a hit.
Yes.
Dr. Mario at my place when family comes over. Awesome. I went all out and I bought all of the available wireless controllers from retro gaming consoles. So I have the wireless controllers that are authentically Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, no way.
I have like the Sega Genesis controllers. I have all of these controllers. So when you sit down and play and you bring up the Sega Genesis on the console, on the RetroPi, you can pull out the controller and use the authentic controller wirelessly.
Wow. Yours is the place to be then.
It's a fun place.
That's my list.
Those watching at home, if you've been with Category 5 for a while, what tech have we reviewed that either loved it and it went out of business and you wish it was still around, or maybe it was something that you still use that you found through Category 5 Technology TV, or like Sasha, something that got away that you wish you had it grabbed when it was hot. We'd love to see your comments below.
Time to park. Until next time. Huge thanks to Sasha Rickman for making the trip from Newfoundland and sharing in our celebration of 18 incredible years of Category 5 Technology TV. Whether you've been a part of the Cat 5 community from the very beginning or just discovered us, we'd love to hear which gadgets, reviews, or moments still stick with you after all these years. Drop us a comment and share your favorites. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next Data Drive.